Hi, Aries. Welcome back. We're here to do your love reading for December 2018. This is Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're here to do a love reading, but I also put up a general reading. So if you haven't checked that yet, there's a general Celtic cross reading for Aries as well. So let's see what's up for you and the person you're thinking about. It could be anybody you're thinking about. You could be currently in a relationship, hoping to be in a relationship, been in a recent kind of ex relationship, a crush, somebody who you're kind of, just kind of thinking about. And it could be any personal relationship. It could be an important friend or family relationship. Relationships are, key to us in so many different ways, but I'll let you decide. So this is Aries relationship, December 2018. So whenever you're watching it is perfect for you. And let's see what's going on for Aries and your person. So, oops, I didn't want to turn over yet. So this is where you are. This is where they are. At least how you see them, how you feel about them. This is where they are, how they see you, how they feel about you. This is the state of the relationship. And this is the obstacle, advice, and potential outcome. Okay, so let's take it from here. Bottom of the deck, the underpinning energy is the Two of Discs in the upright. Well, I'm reading the energies. I'm pulling all the cards upright. But there could be definitely that you're in a critical point to make a choice. It could be that one or both of you has another partner for sure, that you might be juggling, they might be juggling. There could be an element of that crazy back and forth energy that we get in relationships that can, attract us, repel us, run or chase us, all that good stuff. But let's see. We'll see where that stands, as we get more into the reading. I'm not, there's nothing that's jumping out in my mind yet. Let's just see where all that stands. So where you are right now, Aries, is the Two of Wands. So there is another two. That would say that you really might be at a crossroads. You might be, in the midst of making a decision about a certain relationship, Aries. It's important. You've come to a juncture about this person. And I don't know, interestingly, we're going to see where I'm going to withhold complete judgment on this, but your body language is turned away from the person. But let's see. The way you see this person is death energy. So you see them as going through a transformation or moving into another stage of their life. You might also see them as something that needs to change when it comes to your relationship with them. But this is the way you see them. So you may have seen them recently come to some enlightenment. You may have seen them be in transformation. You may see them making big changes and transforming their situation. That's how you see them. They might be cutting things out. They might be changing some things. They might be transforming. They might be ending things with you. You might be ending things with them because the way you feel about them is the Ten of Swords. You feel that it's gone as low as it can go. There's been definitely a painful element here, and for that, I'm sorry. To see, there could certainly be tons more optimistic cards here, but the way you feel about them is betrayed. You feel that this has been a betrayal kind of a situation. The way that they are in, the state that they are in right now is Seven of Wands. So they have a defensive energy about them. They might be putting up walls. They may not be letting you in. They might be defensive in your communications with them if there is communication with them. They're definitely kind of in battle mode, pushing away. There's a chance that this person has a lot of suitors and they're kind of, playing the field or having a lot of people pursue them right now. I think that's for a smaller percentage of people watching this. Your person is in that situation. I think there's a higher likelihood that they're more combative right now. and defensive. The way that they see you is they see you taking to higher ground. They see you making the decision. They see you calling out a judgment. Maybe they feel like their gig is up. Maybe they know that you are very fully in the energy of feeling betrayed, of maybe making a transition. They see you as that you have insight to the situation. They know that you've come on the verge of making a decision, and they know it's coming. Judgment is coming. They see you as doing that. I'm not getting this as reconciliation right now. That's not the vibe that I'm getting. They don't see you as wanting to be all so unconditionally like giving and wanting to reconcile with them right now. And the way they feel about that is 5 of Cups. I know some of you are going to tell me they shouldn't feel that way because they had a lot to do with this. Like, why do they feel this way when they've been an ass? So I know you might share a comment with me if that's what you're feeling. Like, how did this even happen? Like, how do they get the right to feel this? Well, sometimes relationships end. Sometimes people are not capable of giving us what makes sense. Sometimes we're more mature and the other party still has a lot of learning to do. If you happen to be dealing with somebody whose energy is not at your level or they've got a lot of learning to do, even though they may have acted unjustly or incorrectly in a relationship, that doesn't mean there wasn't feelings, and it doesn't mean that when you finally get smart about it, that they're not going to regret something or feel bad about something. That doesn't mean that to them there wasn't certainly feelings there. So certainly they might have been able to act better, but doesn't mean that there wasn't feelings there between the two of you, including on their side. So what is the nature of this energy right now? Aries, you're sharing a devil energy right now. So yeah, you're sharing a connection that's pretty either highly passionate, has the potential to be highly passionate, or toxic or unhealthy. This has gone on for a while. You feel inextricably connected to each other, and in some way, maybe you have family ties that have kept you together and bound. Maybe you literally have just kind of sort of maybe you do have a codependent relationship with this person. I hate to say that. I don't want to get too analytical or psychoanalytical about it, but one person kind of being the runner, one kind of person being the chaser. Sometimes you try to make the decision, you think you've got it made, or you think they're going to promise you something and then they don't deliver and you get betrayed. You put something out there and they don't deliver. The potential obstacle, I mean, this is already an obstacle as an energy, but the obstacle is your feelings. The obstacle is your vulnerability and their vulnerability. You guys are definitely vulnerable to each other. You definitely have some feelings in this. This is not just a sexual or physical thing. I do not get that. This is an emotional thing that has happened between you and this person. Could you be transforming past, betrayal? Could they get past their own regret or loss? It's possible, but with the current energy being the devil, there's some things that would probably have to happen. There's a highly energetic charge here, and it's also highly emotional. So, advice is the 3 of Swords. If I'm thinking that the advice is the 3 of Swords, Aries, I'm thinking that you have to allow the cracking open of your emotions to happen. You have to share at an emotional level with yourself and examine what this heartache is about. Your heartache might have roots in something that's happening with this person. It might have roots in something that's happened in other relationships in your life. Aries, it could be that there's something that you need to examine over this period. It would be really useful to examine if you've had any childhood issues that are not resolved, any shadow issues that are not resolved yet. So the advice is to dig deeper on where you feel your pain and where you feel your wound. Because this situation is reinventing the wound for you. It's reinvented the wound for you. I'm getting that very loud and clear. So advice would be to examine that, to bust through the devil energy. The potential outcome, if you do that, could be a reconciliation. Could be, but on the right level. To me, a lot has to happen before that would happen. I mean, a lot of examination, a lot of depth, a lot of, you could need to go off on your own, the two of you, before you could do this. This is not a time frame per se, but let's clarify. The potential here is for reconciliation eventually, perhaps, or some new connection to your tribe, to your friends, to the people that want to hold you up during this time. There is a decision. It almost feels like there's a natural weighing up of a major decision that has to happen with this devil energy. Definitely. It's coming to a head. And your person knows that. Your person knows that. You see that with the Death card. They see that with the Judgment card. There's a karmic thing happening here. Have one or both of you learned your lesson yet? Do you keep recreating, a cycle that's unhealthy? Let's see. I'm going to go right to why do you feel betrayed? What is the betrayal coming from? Ten of Swords. What is the kind of pain coming from for you? Could be that you're dealing with a fire sign, King of Wands, and then a King of Pentacles in the reverse. So I think that you had hopes that it was a fire sign. Or maybe the person sometimes maybe they're duplicitous and have two sides. They show their fire sign passion and charisma and, love toward you. The wand is extending out this way toward you. And then just when you think that's happening, they, ghost you or go, focus on work or get selfish or get self-centered or narcissistic or something, or show their, mischievous side, or worse, their lying, cheating side. Okay? And that's what keeps you from healing out this situation. So you see them as maybe transforming or transmuting something because they've taken a break. They've taken a break and they're not putting energy into it right now. So there's definitely a change coming. There's definitely a change coming. The devil energy that is, well, I'm just going to stay on this for just a minute. This change coming in this choice, this that you're sitting in, this Two of Wands. You're needing to be strong to make this decision. It's a passionate situation. They might be bringing in or offering you something passionate that kind of keeps, reeling you back in, Aries, for sure. It creates the battle within yourself. That pull. I mean, but truthfully, at the end of the day, it's offered you more. It looks to me like it's offered you a bit more heartache than positive here. But who knows? Who knows? Do you need to listen to your intuition? Well, The answer to that question is, Aries, you know what's best for you. Now, we're not going to read their mind, but are they defensive? Why are they defensive right now? Because they feel betrayed too. Is there a possibility that they feel betrayed too? And they're being, they're not able to create right now. They're not being able to create with you. They're feeling really resentful over something themselves. And yet, if they're not feeling resentful, they know you are, and they're wanting to come back with an apology. Something about them wants to come through with an apology, perhaps. They definitely have some regret. They're feeling loss. They have regret and they're feeling loss. They know there's an ending happening. And they want to come back into union, but they know there's an ending. It's been upheaval for them too. They've got 10 of Cups in the reverse. I mean, they definitely... in some ways you're mirroring each other. Definitely you're mirroring each other. Let's look at the devil. Let's look at the devil energy between the two of you. Yeah, it's very karmic. There's justice that needs to happen. And opportunity to create something. There's justice that needs to happen before you have an opportunity to create something. And you both need to remove the blindfolds and remove yourselves from whatever prison you've got yourselves in around this. I'm just getting a message you need to get clearer. There's nothing really right here in front of me that says that, but I think you need to get clearer. Actually, you need to get clearer. Maybe you both need to get clearer because you both have feelings about this. Again, this is not just a physical bond. There's an energetic and emotional bond. I do think, though, there maybe needs to be some examination. Where is this emotional? This emotional bond is the Ace of Cups. But you can release the angst over it and look at the reality of what's in the offing here. What's really, is there anything left to salvage here? Or is it too much of a burden? Okay? And as advice, this is advice for you or both of you. I think it's really advice for you. Is this relationship really bringing you stability? There's an instability that's associated, even sometimes with karmic relationships. Has there been something in your past that was unstable? That was an important relationship, with somebody else or within yourself. I think that's the examination that may need to happen. And this Three of Wands, is there a potential for a reconciliation, or is this more with other people to stabilize your period of time, end of the month through beginning of the year? Is this saying that there's a potential for, if you do the work, is this saying there's a potential to capitalize on these emotions? Wow, it doesn't get much more clear than that. There's an upheaval in the relationship. And there's a walking away and a moving on. A walking away and moving on. So I think for this period anyway, and due to some of these other bigger cards like Death and Devil and some of the other stuff and Judgment, there could be a lesson learned in this karmic situation if you allow it. That does let you get to a more spiritually grounded place, a more calm place. Is it with this person? I think in the short term, no. It's not with this person. It's a get out of Dodge situation. Try to go within, go to the people that serve you, go to the people that support you, go within to solve what this issue is. And no matter what happens, whether it ends up moving you back in a new place with this person or not, you're going to come from a better, more sturdy place, Aries. So I wish you a lot of luck and love this holiday season and into the new year. It looks like you're definitely wrestling with something, but there's a lot of potential to be had if you can work it. So don't be afraid of doing that. And you have a lot of potential for some really good outcomes here. So lots of love to you and happy holidays. Please comment if anything resonates. See you back soon and take good care.